orientation locked? How do you do this? Do I have to turn orientation on? Why is it locked? Okay, that's stupid. All right, Dan. Fine, be that way.
Right. So you want to read me what you got over there? So what connectors do you have?
Like, what are they actually called?
Letters? Yeah, how many different letters do you have on that wiring diagram?
Connector A and connector B.
And what's the third connector, D?
Well, I mean, technically, the little one is for...
What do they call it, though? Because it'll be...
C.
Okay.
C1 through 7. What is going on, guys? To the 9 of you in here. Working on the Integra a little bit. Well, I mean, DJ's chilling in there. And we're here at Doge's house, and we're doing some playing around with the Integra. So something that I've been wanting to do for a hot minute is change clusters because the DA cluster, although is my favorite Honda cluster, I think it looks really nice. I don't have Speedo cable for it. I cannot find one. They don't make one long enough for K-Series right-hand drive. And I don't feel like paying to have one custom made because the company that I found that makes them requires you to have the ends, and I don't even have the ends that are like available. I don't know. It's a big old confusing ordeal. So instead, I am switching to a DC cluster because it revs higher. Even my DA6 cluster that I have at home, it only revs to 8,000. The stock cluster on here only revs, maybe it revs to 9 because B6, I don't know. Either way, I don't have the cables and stuff. So a buddy of mine, Andy, hooked it up with a GSR DB8 cluster, so we got it in the car. And right now we're working on doing the pinout for it. Doge just helped me because he's got all the fancy wiring stuff. So this is the DA factory service manual wiring diagram for the cluster pinout. And we're kind of just going through, I just got this pulled up. Doge has his own factory service manual for the other one. So that is what we are doing here. So he's got that. And we are just comparing them side by side. That way we can make it work. I don't know how to view the messages. What's up, guys? 016 in to mod out. Really nice. Paid 2,000 over at home. Second I get home, went to limp mode and overheated. Oof. So the biggest... Hey, DJ. You know about EM2s, right? 01 Civics?
Maybe.
Yeah.
What about them?
You blew your head gasket, didn't you, on yours?
No.
What was wrong with yours?
I never figured it out.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, I've heard those things are pretty prominent for blowing head gaskets. DJ used to have one that I used to have troubles too. Somebody in the stream just picked one up, and he said he drove it home fine, and then he gets home, and it's like smoking and overheating or whatever.
That's normally how it happens.
Yeah.
What color is it?
I don't know.
His is an 01. It's not mine.
He didn't say what color it was.
It's been washed already.
But yeah, those cars are pretty prone to having issues, I've heard. The bastard Honda, essentially the D17, I think. Yeah, I mean, I kind of know what I'm looking at, but trying to multitask here. But if you guys don't know how to do this, essentially what we're doing is you see here. So this would be, I think this is, this is like, these are just the wires themselves. So this is just the general wires that goes to whatever. So voltage regulator, ECM, blah, blah, blah. And then this is going to tell you which connector it goes to. So that'll go to connector B, pin 11. And then if we scroll up here, we will see connector B has 12 pins. So we just got to match it, figure out which way it's talking about going left to right. So presumably it's a top view, but yeah, you guys kind of get it. Nothing too crazy hard, just something you got to kind of pay attention to, but I'll be excited because then I will now have a, almost a digital cluster, electronic VSS, because I do have an RSX speed sensor in the car right now to give the ECU signal, so that'll be easy enough. So it should just be plug and play. Once we get the wires done, I'll just have to make a little like back gauge thing. I am filming this, at least on my phone. I forgot my camera. I was in a hurry, rushing out the door because I was doing stuff already. Built a bash bar. Well, I keep saying bash bar. I built a bumper bar for the Integra. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark in there. Yeah, you can kind of see it. You can see the pipe right there. Right there. But it'd be cool. Only took me like 4 hours, 5 hours. But yeah, I don't know. This is confusing. I don't know if you just want to read it. So that way.
I'm gonna. What I did on this one.
Cause, yeah, I don't know how you're marking
Kind of
it
the
down.
long way. Yeah, I just went alphabetically, numerically. So, what do you see?
Oh.
Starting with A. Find A1 for me, and then tell me the color and what it goes to. That's probably gonna take like 20 minutes.
Okay. So, A1 would be yellow red.
What does that go to?
Seatbelt reminder. Yeah, on the top part of it, it says seatbelt reminder. On the bottom part, it says automatic shoulder seat belt control, driver, USA, unit, something. Yeah,
Perfect.
whatever.
Perfect. Yeah, because I got and that's
A1.
Okay. A2.
A2 is green red. What are you guys doing today? Today's Christmas Eve? Yeah, Christmas Eve. I don't.
Yeah. It's yours been so jacked up.
Not to mention, it doesn't look very Christmassy outside. We got. You're damn right I can't wire on my own AD. Well, I mean, I probably could do this one myself, but Doge has fancier equipment, and I didn't really want to use regular butt connectors. So, lick it. I can't. It won't let me turn it horizontal. It says orientation locked, rotate device back, because YouTube Live hates me.
You just give everybody a crick in their neck and just leave it horizontal the whole time.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got on what did A2 connect?
Yeah, A2 is green red, and it goes to the parking brake switch, brake light system.
A3?
A3 is green black, and that goes to trunk lid open indicator light.
Okay, A4?
A4 is green red.
We got 2 green reds. A2 is green red as well.
Yeah.
Well, that's not very nice of them. It's not very cash money. Low fuel sensor, it said?
Yeah, low fuel indicator light. Yeah, it's weird how they did that. Get back here, AD. It tells me you retracted your message. How you doing back here?
I'm reading NASA rules, goddammit.
You can't even read.
So we were talking about the other shift assembly in your car, making it like like a big rig where they got the 2 shifters,
Oh, yeah?
low range and high range.
A new wire harness from every 20 AG. A new chassis harness or a new engine harness?
Way faster.
Hey guys, get things to be replaced, which I don't think it does because the oil was fine, but it's a good one. I don't touch D17s, to be honest. Maybe Doge does. Want to replace a head gasket?
No.
Yeah, I really don't mess with those Civics, to be honest. I don't know nothing about them. I don't really want to know anything about them. I don't ever plan on buying one other than to maybe rally it because I'd love to beat the piss out of one.
That's the only thing they're good for. I used to beat the shit out of mine. And it's still on the road somewhere.
You say that. Still want to see a picture of that.
As far as I know, the guy who's
A5 is what you...
sold it again.
So...
Sketchy.
I don't... Oh,
There may not be an A5. We got a couple
yeah,
ones.
A5 is yellow-white, and that's for the fuel gauge sending unit. Which it goes... I don't know what the little squiggly line means with an arrow through it.
That's a variable resistor.
So it says yellow-white, variable resistor to black-white to...
Yeah, the final color up at the top.
Yeah,
should be
it goes to a ground, 521 and 552. Well, oh, in this case, because it's a hatch, 521. So where's A6? Okay, so A6 would be yellow-red for VSS. Yeah, for VSS.
Okay.
Slightly confusing. Do you know about B series? Got B20B4. So in the UK, it has one code, which is idler control system. That would be your idler control valve. So pop that little thing off. it should be on the back side of your intake manifold. I'm assuming you probably have an LS intake manifold or a GSR one or something like that. So be on the back side of your manifold, and you just pop that off, clean it, and if the code does not go away after you reset your battery / ECU or whatever, it's probably bad. It has a bad, or check your connector, all that stuff. But yeah, just try cleaning your idler control valve. There's a million forums and videos on that. So VSS, so A7 is red, and that's the dash lights brightness controller. Thanks, Walter. Appreciate you. Check your grounds. Yeah, had a map sensor problem. Yeah, map sensors are fun.
How was your experience with map sensor?
Well, I don't really. No, my issue was TPS.
Oh.
You should just K-swap it. I think you should just K-swap it. It's probably the best bet. And it's easy in that car, too. It's all, like, plug and play. For EM1, K-swap is definitely easier. I don't know of any B-swapped EM1s or EM2s. So A8? Is that what we're looking for? The Ocho. I don't see... I don't think
Do
I
you
have...
see it A9?
Yeah, A9 would be the gauge lights, which is red-black. Oh, yeah, so A9 ties in with A7.
Yeah, probably just power.
I don't know. You'd be downgrading, I guess wiring-wise. You'd be going backwards on the EM2, putting a B series in. I don't even know if anybody makes mounts to B swap. Would they be the same? I've never seen a D17 mount kit.
I would think that it's not a thing.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
would think that K would be the opposite.
Canister by the firewall. The canister is probably going to be your charcoal canister, honestly. The charcoal canister is just like emission stuff. So one of them goes to the evap, and then I don't know on OBD2 stuff, at least on the DA, there goes to like a purge solenoid valve and something else. So
Check the years too. I know for the which car are we talking about? Which
EK.
Is it EK? They changed by year. 96.
Yeah, he has the LS manifold, and on the EK there's a canister by the firewall. I see one is connected and the other is just hanging.
Yeah, so that I think it gets scrubbed through there and then it just hangs by
Yeah.
design under the chassis.
Yeah,
And
the
there's only,
hose
like, a
that's
single valve on the gas tank for those cars.
yeah, the hose that goes under the car is for fuel vapor, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
fuel
scrubbed.
vapor.
Yeah, scrubbed fuel vapor.
Yeah, so oh yeah, Merry Christmas to all you guys too. We're looking for A10, right?
Yep.
Green, yellow, and that is for turn signal switch right.
Sorry, that's green, yellow.
Oh, yeah. It wouldn't be backwards because the right hand would it? No, because that was okay. Yeah, so because I know on the connector itself that goes into the combination switch, AD had to like reverse the pins because left was left or left was right, right was left type thing.
Okay.
But that was on the because we didn't touch the dash harness at all. He just extended the wires for that.
Oh, okay.
But as for the thing that goes to the combination switch from the fuse box,
Yeah.
that's the one that he had to switch to the wires.
Oh, because it's on the right side of the cluster now.
Yeah,
Because it gets reversed 180.
yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna. treat
yeah.
the
Because it
wiring-
was this big guy right
I'll treat
here.
the wiring the same because I think you've already done the swapping.
No, because these are all the same. The dash connectors, these are untouched, or the cluster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You guys have already done the wiring fix for the right-hand drive swap, so I'm just gonna treat this one-to-one at the wires.
For the dash harness, for the cluster.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I don't think we touched that. It was just the stuff from the fuse box that needed to be extended over here.
Right.
But the
But
only
it's working correctly right now.
yeah.
So I'm not gonna change anything.
Okay.
Basically, I'm treating it like everything's all savvy, and then that should be right.
Okay. So
Yeah, failing that, I think we can repin if we absolutely need to. I'm gonna wire in a bunch of extra length for as much as I can.
yeah. So A10 was turn signal right, which
And
was,
that was sorry, green, yellow.
yeah. What's up, Benjamin?
A11 is.
A11. Is there even 11 plugs on A?
Did they
No.
not pair up? Oh,
No, it's A. A is 1 through 10, B is 1 through 12.
That's funny. They didn't pair up the turn signal on the same thing.
No.
Dickheads.
Because on this one,
It's probably physically is easier on the trace when they did it.
Yeah, because turn signal left would be B1, which is green blue.
Okay. I'm sure it makes sense on the trace, man.
What's happening, Luis? Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Chrysler. Merry Crisis.
Merry Crisis and Bon Apple Queen.
Bon Apple Queen.
That's DJ's favorite.
I love it. Bon Apple Queen.
He says right before he jumps off the top of the stairs.
Which stairs?
You see the video with the dog? It's like the little, I don't know what type of breed it is. It's like the rude dog. Old school guys will probably know that one. But it's like, it's at the top of the staircase. And the lady's like, oh, hey, what's going on? Like, she's talking to the dog. And the dog comes up to the edge and it's all excited. And then it disappears into a room.
Oh,
You
no,
just
it's
see
like the big old staircase. Yeah.
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 He walks halfway down the stairs like
Yeah.
a normal-ass dog. Runs back up to just jump down all
Yeah, no, I know what video you're talking about now.
Why?
DJ spirit animal.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. If I kill a, what are we on? Oh wait. So B2.
Yeah.
B2 is red blue for the right headlight high. B3 is blue red. Well, I don't even have it, but blue red for ABS indicator light. If I don't know if it's even in there, but I guess write it down anyway.
Yeah.
And then B4 is solid blue for the ignition switch, which goes into the tack, I guess. Sure. What's that noise?
EK for sale. 18 swap.
Oh yeah, Doge is selling his white egg because he's now he's got the eggplant. So that one has a B18C in it if anybody wants it. It's what, like 3,500?
Easy plug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oboe.
Yeah, 35 oboe. Don't let the Steelies fool you. She's a monster.
Yeah, she'd do it on the toad.
Yeah.
We'd have fun.
B5.
B5.
Bingo.
Playing bingo.
B5 is green red for door open indicator light.
Did you use your free space already, Doug?
I did. A couple times. Sorry, door open light?
Door open indicator light, yeah. Why do you hate Christmas, Blake? Christmas is the best time of the year. You don't like season's greetings? I love Christmas. I'm a Christmas baby, so I'm destined. I have to love it.
Shout out.
Papa Doge to the tailgate tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you coming?
I'll be out there.
Finally.
So we did it Christmas, not Christmas Eve.
I don't know why Ramon said Christmas Eve.
There's something about Hispanic holidays always.
Well, I think
Hispanics.
Belivo said that. Belivo
Oh,
said
was
that
he?
one.
Okay. I thought.
But
Oh, they
Ramon
celebrate earlier.
said because nobody wakes up on Christmas anyways. So everybody's going to sleep in regardless. So might as well be out late tonight.
I don't sleep in.
Well, you're the exception.
You just,
Doge, just like I do.
but he's like,
If I don't have to work, I'm gonna sleep as much as I can.
Yeah.
what's your excuse? You slept till 11 today for what?
Because I wanted to. That's why. Also, didn't have to work today. Right. Me and Doge got the same excuse.
Dude, I couldn't sleep last night. What the shit, man? Everything is waking me up.
B6 is yellow green for the engine coolant temperature sensor sending unit. Stu's like felt that I'd be sleeping 12 hours.
See?
Yeah, I sleep like
Feels.
8 hours at the absolute max, but I usually sleep like 6 hours.
There was one day I got in from work, went to sleep at 6, did not wake up until 7 the next morning.
B7 is just black and it's right turn signal indicator light. Right?
What?
B-
One of those already. It
B7.
might branch off of it. It's probably ground. So this may not actually connect. Usually you're looking for a dot. No, yeah, sorry. So this is leaving. So that just goes straight to ground for a bunch of stuff. It's all connected internally.
So this one would just be the A10 one?
No, it's basically, this is B7, but it's black coming off of this switch, and it's just going straight to ground. You can see the C5 is also black going straight to ground. It's just, this tells you what it's grounding internally off of the cluster.
So this dotted striped line
Is the gauge assembly. Everything on here is wired inside of it, really on the traces on the back. But yeah, basically this is all, this is harness side, and then this is what the traces are actually connecting to. So it's not only connecting to that, but it's, you know, all these dots mean these are tied. So it's the ground for all this stuff. And you can see it ties in right here again as it goes to the dimming circuit. And those both go to G301 and 401.
So the dimming circuit and the indicator light share the same ground?
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
they tie in. But yeah, basically B7 black is ground.
Okay. I'm slightly confused still. I get it, but it's still confusing how they have it pictured here because it looks like it's going in line to there.
It is, but yeah, keep in mind, so what's also confusing about these, because they have to put them on paper and draw them up, right? Actually, they did a pretty good job here. I don't see any, there's only one point here that I can see. So see how the lines cross?
Yeah.
They don't connect. They connect, you can see how the dots are.
Yeah.
That means the wires actually connect right there. This just means they had to get this to connect way over here in the picture.
Right.
So that jumps, that's not an actual connection. But everywhere there's a dot is two wires connecting. And you can see that pretty much any point you get to, you know, even right here, this tells you that's the same point.
Right.
So A9 and C2 are essentially connected to each other, and they're coming off of this fuse.
Yeah, this is why diagrams definitely take some.
It's a language, yeah. But yeah, pretty much any point you see a little dot,
Gotcha.
you got a wire connecting.
Learn something new every day. Just when you think you know how to read, something comes along to prove otherwise. So what are we on now?
B7 black was just ground.
Yeah.
All right, B8 if you got one.
Somewhere. Oh, B8 would be yellow. Am I reading this one right? Underdash fuse relay box.
Yep. Yeah, so that's yellow wire. And these ones I pretty much just read up here. I kind of don't pay attention to where it's connecting in here. It usually tells you where it's coming from.
Right.
So this was just 12 volt. If you look up higher, it's coming off of a switched ignition signal.
Yeah.
And it's going to a relay. So now you have fused power. Sorry, yeah, it says relay, but that's actually a fuse symbol. And it's a 7.5 amp fuse, number 23.
Yeah. Yeah, the pinout that you sent is definitely a lot more easy to read, but I didn't find one for the DA. He already had the one for the DC, so he just used that one. But yeah, it's a little confusing, especially when you're new to it like I am. But we're getting there.
So run by me, what color was that? It was yellow?
Yeah, solid yellow. Should you sell your NA for a DA? That's a really tough question. It depends because both of them have so much potential. Like I absolutely love the DA chassis, but stock for stock, well, no, I can't even say that. It depends on what you're using the car for. Obviously, you know how your NA is. You know it's super fun. It handles really well. But the DA, if it's going to be your daily driver, obviously a lot more practical, a lot more room, has back seats, not mine, and it has pretty good power overall. So I would say... Shoot,
It's goals, man. Because the Miata, the convertible life is just kind
and
of,
the rear wheel drive.
Right.
That's the thing. Is like I love my K-swap. I love being right hand drive, but the NA, like my Miata, is just an entirely different amount of enjoyment that I get to experience every time I drive it.
If you're going to be driving the hell out of it in kind of like sketchy situations, the front wheel drive is a little more comfortable and easier to go fast.
Yeah.
We
So-
still need to see what this car does versus the Miata.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. That's really, if
I
I had to
feel this would
say,
be
I
like
would say
hands
suck
down
it up and
fast.
buy both, or keep the NA and buy a DA. Because honestly, it's like, I don't
You
think,
get the best of both.
yeah, because like, yeah, it's best of both worlds. I can't say anything else about it. I mean, K-swap, K over anything all day. But Miata, just the platform on its own, is so incredibly fun. Even DJ says it's fun. Go watch my last video, Toge Nights.
It is a lot of fun. Yours is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mike's is fun too.
Keep the NA, save up, and get a TA. If you're
You can do that in the auto
absolutely
more
on
than
a
anything
budget
else.
and you're
More
trying
than
to
any
have
other
the
else,
most
right?
fun car,
The Indy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think
I'd have to say in the long term, go with the DA.
Oh, only went to the
Um,
store.
But if you can, have both. If I absolutely had to choose, I'd have to choose the DA over the
I
NA.
think
But
his NA, or I think his NA over
Yeah.
Indy.
Yeah, his Indy's really cool.
I
2 point,
hate to see
what Ford 2.3? I don't know American cars, to be honest. Do you know anything about why people hate the old Ford 2.3 turbo?
The old
2.3 turbo. Which car was that out of?
I don't know. I'm assuming it means 2.3T means turbo. I don't know.
I guess so. The only thing I can think of is like the SVO Mustang, but
Oh, you have the pinout for the DA. That would have been nice to know. I mean, I guess I technically have it, but I don't. If you have it in the same Ford Turbo Coupe, I've never even heard of that.
yeah, I don't.
Or unless it's the Speed 3 motor, the first gen Speed 3 motor. Was that around the time that was made by Ford, or was it?
Dude, I thought that was a 1.8 Mazda.
No. Oh.
Because that was early
Okay, and that's
2000s.
the second gen that had the Ford 2.3.
Yeah, you stumped us. We're not
Yeah.
Mazda or Ford guys for sure.
Yeah, he says Ford Turbo
Because
Coupe
when I found out,
and
I was-
says Thunderbird. Oh, it's a 2.3 Lima, the Pinto quote unquote motor.
Oh, good
Yeah,
lord.
we
Way back
definitely
when.
know
Yeah.
that one, huh?
Yeah.
Way before
Way back
DJ's time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What were we on now?
Read me the fuse number for B8.
Fuse number 23, 7.5 amp.
Thank you. So B9.
B9 is green orange for the ECM malfunction indicator lamp.
I can't do with mine yet.
Show you up.
You didn't hook up your shifters yet? I thought you hooked up your shifter cables already.
No, we didn't have the hole saw bit at the shop to.
Just use a cutoff wheel. Oh, because he's trying to retain the grommet, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's on the cables?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
whatever.
that's why.
nerd.
But the shifter is in.
I have the factory grommet still.
Fancy.
Yeah, we cut it out all fancy like.
My shifter's better than yours.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Acuity over China tuned all day. LSV Tech or Poor Man's Type R? Isn't it the same?
No.
I mean, I know it's not the same, but I mean, like, I'm trying to think power level. I'd go Poor Man's Type R, honestly, because higher compression.
It's kind of a red line difference between the two, too, right?
Yeah, because
LSV
Poor Man
Tech,
Type R
you
is
can
like,
go torque and
The same 7,000. Or I think you can raise it up a little bit.
we get like a torque bump out of it.
I'm for the rev, so I say Poor Man's Type R. And Myton Films actually has a pretty cool video series of him building his and having some fun with it, doing autocross and stuff. So I say Poor Man's Type R. So we're on B10. I passed it. B10 is black, yellow, and that goes to the underdash fuse relay, fuse number 24. Honestly, the best freaking head gasket repair stuff is Blue Devil. It's like $80 for a little bottle, but my very first car was a V6 Camaro, and it had a blown head gasket in it. Poured some of that in it, let it idle for like, I don't know, 45 minutes or something like that. And I beat the piss out of that thing for like 3 months until I traded it off for my first EA. And as far as I knew, it never overheated after that. So it's good stuff. It's just, it sucks for the guy that has to go in to repair the head gasket later on if it ever fails or cracks, because it basically turns into like glass or something.
What is the amp rating on that fuse?
15.
All right. We'll probably have to look at those guys.
Yeah, I don't even remember which. Oh,
DC Tech had 2 different 10 amp fuses, so we'll have to.
underdash
Oh,
fuse relay box. What's up, Central Texas Civic? Okay, yeah. I was thinking it said it was a relay, so I was like, why is there?
It's coming from that box.
Yeah,
That same box.
the-
Yeah. No, we're good.
Yeah, it means the inside fuse box, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
exactly.
okay.
That fuse number blank on that little panel.
Okay.
So we'll get to that when we get to it a little bit later and kind of. figure
Okay,
out
and
what-
then the B11, I passed it again.
we might be out if that's a 10-pin connector too.
No, B is 12,
Ah, okay.
I think. Oh, maybe not.
They looked like they were the same size, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it shows B1 through 12. Oh, B11 is white blue for the voltage regulator, charging system light. What's up, Spike Money? Trying to stay warm there in Texas. Yeah, see, you ain't the only desert rat that says the same stuff. Me and Bravis are always like, it's cold out here in Arizona, and then all these Midwesterners try and come in here acting like they know what the desert's like, and they're like, that's not cold. Try being in the Midwest. I was in the Midwest for like, I don't know, a minute, and it's a different type of cold, so.
The dry cold.
Yeah, well, I know it out here is a very dry cold, but in the Midwest, it's like a wet cold, and 50 degrees in the Midwest is kind of pretty much warm, whereas 50 degrees here in the desert is pretty damn chilly.
Biting cold, especially if you get like a 10-mile-an-hour wind, like a
Yeah.
heavy wind, it kills you.
Yeah, it is brutal, but
Oh,
it's cold. What are we doing here?
B12.
Yellow, red for the oil pressure switch. Not that I have one, but we can pin it in anyway.
Yeah, I think we're on a C.
Yeah, and I don't know if any of the stuff you have wired up through your ECU or anything, you know, if they use like traction control lights, things like that, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure. How much to make a manifold for your Corolla? Well, I don't have a back purge system yet, so I honestly can't. I want to make, I don't know, maybe after Christmas I plan on buying it because I just need the bottle and stuff. I'm going to just cheap it out for now and use tinfoil because everybody uses tinfoil for back purging at some point, whether even professional, they have all the fancy stuff or not, they still use that. So if they can get away with it, then I'm sure I can too. But I want to build one for my Miata first because then my thing keeps cracking. So after I build my Miata one and I get a little bit of experience working with like Schedule 10 pipe, I'd be happy to make one if you're local, that is. If not, then I don't know. I don't tell you, I don't mess with Corolla, so I don't know anybody with one to make a jig off of. But yeah, we can talk later. What's next?
C1.
Oh, C1 is red for the cruise control unit. Oh, you live down. Oh, okay. You're the guy that's been on Bravis's videos, right? C2 is red black fuse. I think I'm reading this right. Red black wire that goes to fuse number 11,
Okay. What's the rating on the fuse?
15 amp. Try and find a C3. I see lots of B's and A's. I don't see a C3 though. C2, I see C5. C1, C2, C5, C7. Is there not a 3 or a 4?
Hey DJ, that little green cable, so you got the 2 dash cables and then there's like a green one?
The little tiny square green one. The one in your right hand.
Yeah, so they're like...
Take it easy.
down from one side
Texas
is like
Civic.
3 and 4 months.
Merry Christmas. Is a K20A3 worth modding? I like to think of the K20A3 as like a modern B20.
Yeah, no C3 or C4.
No C3 or C4. So C5 is just a ground. It goes to the same ground as B7.
That's black.
Yeah. Your neighbors are noisy.
Yeah,
Don't they know I'm trying to live stream?
Yeah.
Show some.
And celebrating the recent proposition passing, man.
Yeah. Put some respect on it.
Wafting going on here.
Oh, yeah, no, I smell the weed too.
Yeah.
I was talking about the dude with the drill out there having the time of his life. So C7 is yellow, and I don't know where that one goes. It goes off the screen.
Probably switched power. No C6.
No, because I only see the 4 C's right here. C1, 2, 5, and 7.
Okay. So if you scroll back up, this is probably coming from 12 volt switched. Yeah, keep going. Should be. Yeah. So pretty much fuse 23. Actually, I'm gonna call some B8 and the other one B10.
Yeah, I don't see any other C's on this top page, so it's got to be just those 4. How many wires are on that connector?
Which one?
That same green one.
5.
Really?
I don't know. 4 or 5. 4.
4. Okay, so yeah, it's just C1, 2, 5, and 7.
That should be it, man.
Hurt
Are
dirt.
you guys gonna? Are you guys? You guys aren't repinning anything, right?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you are.
That's how you do it.
I was gonna say I might repin, but I was gonna splice.
Right.
Oh, I
See,
mean-
that's what I thought.
Same thing, whatever. Because the pins themselves are slightly different, aren't they?
Oh, I don't know. They look pretty similar. I mean, these look like little spring tension pins.
Well, would it be easier to repin it, or would it be easier to splice? Because, I mean, it don't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm splicing.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I've got a spare harness for that, so it's not a big deal. I mean, if we completely dick it, which I doubt we will, then I can always replace it.
Oh, the pin sizes are different.
Oh, look at this boy. He got splitters on deck.
So you're gonna have to splice, huh?
Yeah.
Splitter boy on deck.
Yeah, my next one in my spare. So these just touch the trace, and that's how they make contact. The trace on the back of the gauges has like bare copper back there.
Touch the 3 what?
What?
The trace?
Killing me, Chris. Focus. Yeah, so they just use spring tension on the
Oh.
pins. They have like little bit pieces of metal, and they just want to push against it.
Well, isn't that
These
nifty?
ones are giant.
Oh, yeah.
Comparison, you can see the difference there.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I have some more filming to do. So thank you guys for hanging out with me here as we did nothing and looked at a computer screen and stared. Yeah, stared off. So anyways, guys, Merry Christmas. Hopefully you enjoyed hanging out with me for the last 37 minutes and 21 seconds. Merry Christmas from DJ and Doge. And catch you guys probably tonight for another video because I got one ready to go public. Deuces.